Hello, and welcome to Functional Skills Maths. The topic that we are looking at today is percentage change. And what this is we're looking at the difference between two amounts. So let's say, for example, that you're working in a business or in a charity, and you took in such and such amount in 1 year, and in the following year, you took in another amount. Now, when we look at the percentage change topic, what that allows us to do is to compare the two amounts and see what the percentage increase or decrease has been between those two different values or between those two different years. So it's very useful for making comparisons. Now, I'm just going to share my screen with you. There we are, percentage change. So this is the topic that we're looking at in this session. It relates to the criteria on the level 2 syllabus only, point 6, which, as you can see there, is to calculate the percentage change between two different values, any size increase and decrease. Let's have a look at an example of where this might be useful or put into practice. Not only can we compare the amount of income that a business or charity may have had, we can compare the prices of different things as well. So on the screen, we've got two printers. The first printer was costing £80. And then sometime later, the same printer actually increased in cost and now costs £100. What is the percentage change that has taken place? Well, you might be tempted to think on first glance that it's changed by 20%. However, that would not be the correct answer. What we'll do is we'll look at the formula for how we calculate percentage change, and then we'll come back to this example and we'll see what the actual percentage change is. As we can see, it's 25%, and shortly we'll see how we got there. So the formula is the difference between the two values divided by the original value and then times 100. I'll give you a moment to write that down. So it's the difference between the two values divided by the original value and then times 100. So in the case of the printers, it's the difference between the two values, which would be £20, divided by the original value, which would be £80, and then times 100. So 20 divided by 80 is 0.25, times that by 100, and we have a percentage change of 25%. Okay, let's have a look at another example. Example 2, we have a car that in the first instance cost £39,500, and then in a cell it's now marked as £33,000. So let me give you a moment to work out your answer to that. What is the percentage change that has taken place? I'll give you 30 seconds, but feel free to press pause to give yourself long enough to work this out. Okay, time starts now. Okay, so it's the difference between the two values. So let's say 39,500 minus 33,000 is a 6,500. That's what the difference is. Now divide that by the original value, which is 39,500, and then we times our answer by 100. So if we do the division, we end up with 0.164556, times that by 100, 16.5% to one decimal place. Let's have a look at example 3. So here we have a pair of shoes. They originally cost £110 and they're now going to sell for £65. So once again, I'll give you 30 seconds, but feel free to press pause. See if you can work out the answer as to what the percentage change is, and then we'll take answers in a moment. Okay, so what did you get? First of all, we needed to work out the difference between the two values, which would be £45, and then divide that by 110, because that was the original amount, and then times that by 100. You may have got this rather funny looking number in your calculator. When you times it by 100 and round it to the 1 decimal place, we can see that it's 40.9%. And that is what the percentage change is. Okay, let's look at our fourth and final example. Here we go. Here we have a mini tank dress. Now, the original cost was £95. The new cost is £66.50. So I'll give you 30 seconds, see if you can work this example through. Okay, so once again, the difference divided by the original value, which gives us £28.50, divided by 95 times 100, and that gives us 0.3 times 100, which is 30%. That's the value of the percentage change in that example. Okay, well done. So far, I'm now just going to bring up our final task, which is to look through this percentage change chain. Now, if you start from the top left-hand corner, the £500, what we're being asked to do is what's the percentage change between £500 and £600? And then the second question would be, what's the difference between £600 and £300? And the third question, what's the percentage change between £420 and £300, and so on. So what I'll do, I'll pause for 30 seconds and see how many of these you can get. You will probably want to press pause in order to get them all. Okay, I'm going to start 30 seconds from now. Okay, so if you've worked them all through, you'll probably have a good amount of answers and workings out scribbled down by now. But what you see is that the first one is the difference is £100. Divide that by the original value of £500, and then multiply by 100 gives us a 20% increase for the first one. The second one is the difference of 300 divided by 600 and times 100 is a 50% decrease. And the next one is £120 divided by £300 times 100 gives us a 40% increase this time because we're going up. Then from 420 down to £315. Well, the difference is £105 divided by £420 times 100 is a 25% decrease. And then the next one along is going to be another decrease, this time of 20%, from 252 to 441. We have an increase of 75%. And finally, to get back from 441 to £500, we have an increase of 13.4%. So if you've got all those, well done. And if not, it may be that you just need to revisit one or two of your calculations just to double check whether you've followed the process correctly on each term. So just to sum up, percentage change is the percentage percentage difference between two values, and the formula that you need to remember for your exam is the difference divided by the original value and then times by 100. So thank you for being with me today. That's our session on percentage change. Remember that formula, write it down and keep it fresh in your memory, because it will be very useful in the exam, and they will not give you the formula on the paper either. So yeah, well done for following that through so far. Until the next time, take care for now.